This is how some Libyans celebrated the end of Gaddafi's 4 decades in power in October 2011. Abu Bakr Muhammad was an opponent of Gaddafi and was imprisoned by the regime. Over the last 6 years, he's watched as hope of a bright future has turned to despair.
إسقاط القذافي في حد ذاته هو أكبر انتصار.
The fact that Gaddafi himself has gone is a victory to every oppressed person. We paid dearly to recapture our freedom. It took too much blood and too many souls. But unfortunately, excessive freedom took us too far in the opposite direction.
The country has slipped into chaos, also shaking the stability of neighboring countries.
Many Libyan people celebrated the fall of Gaddafi regime 6 years ago. Now, as the country is plagued by internal fighting, division, and financial collapse, the international community relies on efforts by the United Nations to bring the warring factions together.
A UN push to mediate between rival factions has so far resulted in a stalemate, with military rule in the east under renegade commander Khalifa Haftar and an internationally recognized government controlling the west. The country is awash with arms. Last year, the United Nations was told there were 20 million weapons in a country of just 6 million people and that they're still being smuggled in and out. Lawlessness has led to a complex and lucrative trade in people smuggling, which is draining the political and social fabric of the European Union. And the killing of US Ambassador Chris Stevens in 2012 by an armed group dodged the career of then Secretary of State Hillary Clinton up until and during her campaign for US presidency. Now the talk is of Gaddafi family members and supporters returning to politics. Ghayda al-Tuwati, a political activist, says only those who have not committed political, economic or war crimes can be tolerated.
A number of ministers at the UN-backed government of national accord are remnants of the Gaddafi regime. In fact, some of them are accused of corruption crimes before and during the revolution. Ironically, the United Nations mission in Libya knows that transitional justice should be served first.
6 years since the death of Muammar Gaddafi, Libya remains devastated. The diplomatic struggle to restore political order has stalled, and the old guard is just waiting for an opportunity to return. Mahmoud Abdelwahed, Al Jazeera, Tripoli.